What is the difference between a prokaryotic cell and a eukaryotic cell? Prokaryotic cells are very small sized structures. There's for small size cells, they have about 1 to 5 micrometer in diameter. Eukaryotic cells, on the other hand, they have larger structures. They vary in size, but they have about 40 micrometer diameter, but it may vary. Nucleus is absent in case of prokaryotes. There's no definite nucleus. Instead, there is a circular DNA molecule which functions as a nucleus in case of prokaryotic cells. In eukaryotic cells, there is well-defined membrane-bound nucleus which contain DNA, and this DNA is not circular, it's linear DNA molecule. It's present inside the nucleoplasm of the nucleus. Organelles, membrane-bound cell organelles, are not present in prokaryotes. However, some structures like thylakoid-like structures are present in the case of some bacteria, cyanobacteria. In eukaryotic cell, there are definite structures, membrane-bound structure. There are single membrane-bound or double membrane-bound structures like mitochondria, chloroplast. They are double membrane-bound cell organelles, and like lysosome, endoplasmic reticulum, they are single membrane-bound cell organelles. Ribosomes, prokaryotic cells have a smaller ribosome, and eukaryotic cells have a larger ribosome. If we go into the detail, they have a ribosome consists of two units, larger subunit and a smaller subunit. Overall size is 70S. S is sedimentation unit, which determines the size of the ribosome. In prokaryotes, it's 70S, or in eukaryotes, it's 80S. If you go into the subunits, prokaryotic cell is having 50 and 30S, larger subunit and smaller subunit. In eukaryotes, larger subunit is 60S and smaller subunit is 40S. Overall size reduction is due to overlapping of the structure to units to subunits. Cytoskeleton is absent in bacteria or prokaryotes. However, there are certain fibrous proteins which function in similar way. In eukaryotic cell, there is well organized cytoskeleton like microtubules, like that make centriole, microfilaments, intermediate filaments. They determine the shape. They are involved in the cell motion, cell shape. Cell wall is present in prokaryotic cell, but within the prokaryotic cell there are two kinds of cells like archaeobacteria and eubacteria. Archaeobacteria are they have different composition in this cell wall. They are made up of proteins, polysaccharides mainly, and there are few lipids as well. In case of eukaryotes, the main composition is peptidoglycan, which acts as a single molecule. In eukaryotic cell, the cell wall is present, but in plant and fungal cells. In plants, it's made up of cellulose. In fungi, it's made up of chitin. Asexual reproduction. In bacterial cells, bacteria reproduce asexually by binary fission. First, they divide their chromosome into two and then split into two cells. It's binary fission. In eukaryotes, the asexual reproduction involves mitosis. In sexual reproduction, bacterial sexual reproduction is not root kind of sexual reproduction. However, they have a similar mechanism, like they have conjugation process. Now, this conjugation is a kind of sexual reproduction in which one bacterial cell transfers its plasmid to the other bacterial recipient one. It's because two individuals are involved and genetic information is being varied, so we call this sexual reproduction. Eukaryotic cells, meiosis is involved in any kind of sexual reproduction in eukaryotic cells. Pili and plasmid, they are exclusive feature of bacterial cells. Pili are responsible for attachment and conjugation, and plasmids are for the resistance against antibiotics. Both of these structures are absent in case of eukaryotic cells. There are some examples over here, like archaeobacteria, it's most ancient bacteria. Eubacteria, the most common bacteria are eubacteria. Cyanobacteria are the photosynthetic bacteria present. In eukaryotic cells, the examples are protists, plants, fungi, and animals. This one is a prokaryotic cell. It's having a flagellum. Flagellum here. The pili, these are pili. There's 70S ribosome. There's cell membrane, cell wall is present in actually both. Chromosome is present directly into the cytoplasm. It's not present in a well-defined membrane, so nucleus. In eukaryotic cells, in eukaryotic cell, they have well-defined nucleus which contains chromosomes. They have membrane, cell wall, in case of plants may be present. Endoplasmic reticulum, which is a membrane-bound organelle. Mitochondria, double membrane-bound organelle. Golgi bodies, they are present. ATS ribosome, which is a larger ribosome, is present. Cytoskeleton is present in case of eukaryotic cells. So this was an overview.